waiting. Okay, we're live now.
Okay, good.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. So today we're gonna have a workshop about Web3 and social impacts. And we have an amazing speaker, Lorena Billy. She's from Brussels and from Women's Square. So I'm gonna let Lorena to introduce herself and tell us a little bit about the Women's Square.
Perfect. Thank you, Nyosha, for the introduction. And I'm really happy to be here today with you. I'm indeed the founder of Women's Square. I'm based in Brussels. I am an executive assistant at a law firm and I love to travel. I hold a degree in hotel management. So this is why I love to explore the world and I love to explore new technologies. So I have an interest for Web3 since almost a year. And I have been attending a few events in Brussels about Web3 and one very known called Crypto Square, which is a nice community, but there was not many women. So I decided to create also events for women. So Women's Square was born based on that observation.
Oh, I was mute.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Thank you so much. So we know that we need more education about Web3, and we need more women on that. And I know that you're working a lot about educating more women in Web3. And I was thinking, what are the social impacts for you in Web3, and how Web3 can be with a tool or a link for your project?
Well, the fact is that Women's Square, it's a community of women that gathers monthly and learn about Web3 ecosystem, the emerging blockchain of technology and the use cases. And the goal is to really inform, inspire, and connect women together. So there is a goal of closing the gender gap between women and men in that industry. And those events are made to onboard women in that ecosystem and make sure that we have a balance in gender, and that we can bring also our ideas, values to this ecosystem, an ecosystem which has their roots in some values. And I think it's good that we both are represented in that ecosystem more equally, I would say.
Yeah, of course. Actually, that's for example, in thousand faces, we are also thinking kind of the same, that with Web3 we can create the impact for people, like social impact, and also the planet, so we can bring more ideas, more talents, helping the people around the world. And I think what you're doing is so amazing.
And I think the goal is that to make the public aware of what is Web3 and how they can use it as a social impact. I think my events are really the bridge between the ecosystem and the mass adoption, which is for the moment lacking, because it's not very known what is Web3, what it represents, how it can help society. So it's really my aim is really to inform the public and bring different use cases already to them and inspire for future social impact on society.
Yeah, because that's I think like education is one of the most important thing, like challenges for people now who doesn't really know about Web3 and don't know about the opportunities and the possibilities that they could bring in their projects or in anything that they do. And I think it's one of the most important things to talk more about Web3 and how to use it as a tool, or to learn more. So let me find the so about the So about the last thing, how do you think that it's gonna help the women empowerment and the women in their projects? How they get, what would be the possibilities to use the Web3 for the in the women empowerment?
I think that the power of Web3 is really community. So we gather, we create together. And I think it's really a mindset in the Web3 ecosystem. It's to be able to help each other and to create bridge and to create project and have also the what I've seen from Web3 ecosystem, it's the values behind that we want to drive the communities with values, and it's very impactful to know that people wants to join because of the values. So I think together, if we have the same willingness based on the same values, we can have an impact, a good positive impact. So it's really, and this women's square is really to empower women to understand the power of this ecosystem and of those communities with the values that they hold. So it's really to make them aware of this and give them a chance to participate to it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I was wondering if you have because I know that you have educational events and events like that. So do you have any announcement, any coming up events that you can we can invite the community to participate?
Yes, sure. Well, I do hold recurrent events. The first one was on the 12th of October, and the next one is on the 16th of November.
Okay.
So this one is the next one. We will have 3 speakers. I'm announcing them tomorrow. So
wow, okay.
So it will be a nice event. It's in Brussels. It's in real life, so people can join if they're around. It's a free entrance, so it's to be able to have everyone who would like to join to give the chance to get to know those topics. And we will meet tomorrow. No, on the 16th. Sorry.
Okay, it's 16 November.
Yes, that's the next save the date.
Okay, great. So we're gonna invite the community to join you if they are in the Brussels.
Yes, indeed. If they are, they can pass by easily. Yes, for sure. It's in the evening, so I try to do after works, so it's easier for also for women who work. So it's accessible.
Great. So let me see if there's any questions on social media. Angel? Hey, team. Well, I think all of us, we have connections problem. So
yeah, technology is not always the easiest.
Yeah. It's always something happens at the last moment, but it's fine. So do you have anything else to add? Any like any tips for women about the Web3? Any last things that people can have in mind?
Yes, I would advise not to be shy to ask about the topic, and it can look difficult from the outside, but honestly, I think there are the people who knows about it are really happy to explain and very open to explain. So there shouldn't be any shyness behind asking. It's something I believe that will take more and more space in the future. So I believe it's good to jump on the train now and to get curious about it and get aware of what's coming. There are many applications of the blockchain, so there are already like in terms of EU at the EU level, at the state level, there are many already utilities of the blockchain, and it's very serious. So it's not just a community; it's also many things that we can create. So, and that are already being created. So it's very interesting to learn about it and to teach each other about what we see and to share with each other what's happening.
Yeah, of course. Do you have any examples of how, for example, people can learn more about Web3, like to read more articles or the applications that you mentioned?
Well, honestly, I do read and research all on my own. I do my own research, but I mainly look on no on Discord, of course,
Yeah.
but also on YouTube. I'm following a few accounts. I would say that the best is to cross-check different sources and make your own opinion because it's still early. This ecosystem it's very at this early stage, and you need to be careful to what panels may say, different kind of panels. So it's good to do your own research and make your own opinion. But also, as I mentioned, there are already like a few good articles at the EU level, at state level, that you can read and get a better understanding of what's happening as well. So get some like state info and some companies corporate info. It's interesting to cross-check the sources and the opinions because everyone has an opinion on what will become a Web3. So
Yeah, of course.
it's not defined. It's not. We don't know yet how it will evolve. So let's see.
Yeah, of course. Also for the impacts on the social impacts also is going to be different from any person that they from their point of view. So
Indeed.
yeah, of course they need to cross check and gather all their research.
And I think for social impact, that the good thing about Web3 is that it's based already on the first vision mission is based on value. So I think the social impact will play a big role in Web3 because everything that is being created has a sense of value. They're looking after green way to do things. When you build a project on blockchain, there is always this need of being careful for the planet or things like this. So there is always this behind the project. So it's good to know that people are building with a willingness to do better for a better planet. So it's quite inside the ecosystem. The social impact is part of the ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
That's only my point of view.
No, I'm telling you, I think each individual, like they're gonna be, they can be part of the community, and together they create the community. And each of them, they have their own value, they have their own talent, and they create the ecosystem. So that's interesting, and they give something and they get something. So you always they give values and get values. So that's really interesting.
Indeed.
So
it's a different mindset from
there's a question.
Yeah.
How can a female okay, how is possible okay, do you have any offer for startups and new companies, any educational workshop or any online content?
Is it for me or for you?
Yeah, it's for me, I think. It's for you, sir. No, it was for you, but I don't know if it's relative. It's
well,
related to...
what I do is that I have the monthly events, and what I do, I record the presentations and I will make it available afterwards. So the content will be available of the presentation will be available afterwards. So yes, there is educational content that will be available later on. Yeah, once it's ready.
Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think there's no more questions I see.
No?
Yeah, people are shy.
Yeah. Or maybe they just got off from work and they just want to relax.
Yeah.
Depending.
So thank you so much, Lorena. It was amazing talking to you and knowing more about your project. And thanks for joining us and thanks for your time.
Thank you for inviting. It's very nice to be able to talk with you, and I wish you all the best with Thousand Faces as well. We have kind of same values and mission, so it's very good to see.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you for inviting. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye.
Bye.